Okay, in this video I'm just going to give you a quick explanation, a rundown of what Google Drive is, what Google Docs is, what Google Sheets is, and how it could be useful. So here I am inside a Google Drive account from a fake teacher. You can see some things here under Quick Access, which are files that have been created in Google Classroom, because fake teacher is listed as a teacher inside that classroom. You would end up getting these as well as you submit work for other people. There's a couple of folders that you may see at the beginning, and that's a Google Classroom folder. Inside this folder, you really don't want to mess with this. This is the folder that's automatically created by Google Classroom and where everything that you put inside Classroom is stored. I would just leave that folder alone. This is the shared folder example. So if you look at my other video, I did a example of how you might share a folder between 2 or 3 different members of staff, or even more, full of different resources. That folder was shared with me in the right click in this section by Mr. Pierce, and to get that into my own Google Drive, I just right clicked on it and clicked on add to my Google Drive, which would have been here, but it's not there anymore because I have done already. So inside my Google Drive, I can create new documents. So I can go to new, I can create a new Google Doc or a Google Sheet or a Google Slide. They're essentially Google's version of Microsoft Word, Excel, and Slides. The good thing about Google Docs and all of the different Google applications is that it's because it's saved in the cloud, you can get it anywhere. You don't need to go and log in or access the remote server. It doesn't matter what computer you're using, it will be on here. So if I write a word in here, I can name it up at the top, and that will tell me that it saved it into my Google Drive. All the changes have been saved. It automatically saves. I don't have to click File and Save. I can close it. That example one is still there, and it's here. Okay, what if you want to be quite well organized? Well, you don't have to have all of your documents in here. You can create folders. So if you right click in a bit of space, you can create a new folder, and you can arrange yourself. So if you want to be quite well organized and have folders for maths and English and science, etc., you can create all in there and work one from within. The other thing you might want to do is upload a file you've already created before. Under new, you've got file upload, you've also got folder upload if you want to upload everything that you've ever done. So you can go to file upload and you can go and find a document you've already created. I think I showed this one in convert, and that will upload that file as a Word document. There's a more detailed guide of how to convert these files into Google Docs files, which is quite useful. I'll do it really quickly here. I'm clicking on it, opening it in Google Docs. You can work on it in Google Docs and save it back as a Word document. If it's not something that the children are going to use, there's not really much point in doing that at this point. But I like to just save it as a Google Docs file, because then inside my own Google Drive that will then create it. Again, I did that very quickly, but there is a video that shows you how to do that in a few more steps. What is in your Google Drive is yours. That is private. That is behind your lock and key of your username and password. So nothing that's in here can be accessed by the children unless you want them to be. So if I wanted to share an individual file, I can right click on it and I can click on share, and I can give them access to that file. That's only really useful in certain situations. It's probably going to be more useful between staff than children. What you can do though is create things in here, so that intergalactic temperature for example, and you can use them inside Google Classroom. So the front end of Google Classroom is what the children are going to be able to see. So if I decide I wanted that post to go to people, I wanted to show this file to people, I can add a file from my Google Drive, and that's where I would find those files. So that's why Google Drive is really useful for you to store things into, and probably a good thing to start getting used to with any new resources that you're creating over the next couple of weeks. So do get used to trying out Google Docs, Google Slides. There's lots of extras on the internet that you can YouTube for much better teachers than I am on these different bits of software, but all the different formatting things that you need are likely to be in here. But what I like to do is personally is create a file and then convert it.